Friends, welcome. It's Champs Day 2. Now, I know some of you probably are still in mourning if you're Gen G fans. If you're a Team War fan, welcome to the club. I'm new here as well. My name is Miles Ross, and joining me, as always, is the lovely Momo, and we're ready to bring you another fun-filled, drama-laden, and probably upset-filled day as well. Philip, how are you, mate? You sleep well?
I did indeed. I'm very excited to start day number 2. I've got 2 of 5 days. We're still in group stages. We've still got so many more games to play. We've got teams to knock out. Here's your specialist. But we're ready to send some people home, but also push some people forward. Quick reminder of the groups. Here's A through D. E United started things off as they should, 2-0. Your current champions over on B. Enigma 6 dealing that one pretty simply. But Gen G there, 0-2, 2-6, and they've got to come back and play E6 today, by the way. That's got to be a bit awkward.
Well, that's the end of the tournament for Gen G. A shock to many, a shock to us. I think a shockwave felt throughout the entire COD community. Very, very disappointing. Still not disappointing for other teams, though. FaZe, Units looking absolutely fine. And Envy, possibly the most surprising thing that's happened in the tournament so far. They're looking great as well.
It is kind of crazy. E through H, though, as you guys can see, they only played 1 game today. So these guys will be making up for it. So you're going to see a lot more of these on your screen. So you're going to see them finish their groups. Again, Group G was EG and Optic. This was the group that I picked before, which I said this is clean cut. This is where, you see those top 2 teams going through. So far, everyone kind of handling business, bar Luminosity. That top left there, Singularity, came out with not only a win, but a 3-0 win over Luminosity. So those are your groups. You've had a bit of a recap. We've brought you up to date. If you missed day 1, you missed an absolute banger. We're going into day 2, Frequency Hardpoint coming up next. It's going to be the first of maybe 5.
Maybe 5. We'll see how we go. Sometimes I like to throw surprises at Champs. You remember last Champs? Showing matches after hours or something like that? You know what? I might be wrong there. I might be wrong. I'm caught after dark.
Lost.
Midnight versus SICARIO. This will be our first matchup, friends. Right off to the hard point as we go. Both teams. Now, of course, we're wondering about SICARIO. They haven't played already. They had a match against 100 Thieves just which they did lose. Midnight. Excited to see just how well they can perform. The teams have had 1 matchup. A couple more now will be getting under the belt.
And again, one of these is technically a professional team, one is an amateur, but you look across the board and you do see those similar names, your Thomas, the Chinos, and we all know how SICARIO got here, and if you don't, it was simple. It was a 1v3 to even get to Champs by none other than Linny, so keep your eyes out for him in Search and Destroy. But again, when it comes to hardpoint, like Chino, Tommy maybe to kind of lead the line, if you like, but Midnight, a star-studded roster full with a couple of special names as well. Parasite, a world champion in his own rights.
Indeed. 2 teams can't be sneezed at so far. Chino loses the gunfight at the back end on the next hard point, so now we're going to see the flip over. Royalty trying to keep that front line safe. Speedy nade. He gets himself involved. Hard point now about to flip. And then we go into the control. Now, straight off the rip, Exceed tries to make an entry kill, and he does, but the spawn still sitting in the favor of Midnight. Lamagod trying to make his way forward now as well. Linny, the man, the myth, right there, tries to get away, and he does do a great job before Llama smites him with that mighty Maddox. So now we see the play developing on point. SICARIO, surprising lead to start this one off.
Yeah, SICARIO was very, very strong on first half point. Rotations over towards Orange, though, do favor Midnight here, and they actually get the last 35. But it looks like SICARIO will push once more. I will say, very, very exciting to see XC. This is my first time actually casting over SICARIO as well. So watching these guys battle through that open bracket, always fun. But to see them here on Bravo at Champs, playing for the big money, always nice as well. The last 30, I did say may go Midnight's way. So that's SICARIO who's going to break in. And what's so good about this, they're actually pushing them back, holding them back in their spawn. So they're actually going to get that rotation over to the platform as well. So Midnight, take your 5 seconds, scrap time. Linny's got you, and it looks like the whole team is set up for SICARIO.
Yeah, it's going to be a heavy push from SICARIO through that elevator. And they go. Tommy's going to be in there to get these kills. He finds 1 before being traded out very quickly. Nice stuff from Frosty there. He managed to find 2 back-to-back before being taken down. And again, Chino, a name that we've missed in the Pro League for a long, long time. A brilliant player, charismatic individual. We love a bit of Chino, but the mighty Chino will get put down by a Parasite. Still, SICARIO, an impressive start to this one, Phil. It's not quite into the business end of the tournament yet. We will see a heavy change of this number as the match progresses. Now Tommy still trying to get on point. Nice bit of back and forth. And Tommy, another player we haven't seen too much of in the Pro League. Ever since he dipped out of Rec, he took a bit of a sabbatical, and now he's back into it for Champs. So, old habits die hard, mate.
One of only 2 people to go to every Call of Duty Champs, of course, the other being Clayster. Clay in a different position, though. Probably one of my favourites to actually take the tournament. Good to see, though, teammates really stepping it up. And I've got a look back at Exceed. The guy's got a war machine already. He's 15-8. He's absolutely leading the line in the Slade department here. You look at Midnight, no one's even hit double digits. This man's on his way to 20. So keeping on board with Exceed. The Sorg is powerful. It's ripping through Midnight here as Parasite will fall. A quick stim shot. And again, wise information here gathered. And he's going to get that War Machine out and straight away. They might not, I mean, Midnight may not have actually kind of encountered them getting that quick.
There's no chance they thought of this coming. They've now got no preparedness for this War Machine. There ain't no flak jacket on friends. They're about to get absolutely ripped up if they make their way forward any further. With that War Machine done, though, look at the time again. Sicario have held this so well. Zaptius Royalty now making their way forward. Straight on the point they go. Tommy can't get much done there with Chino shooting in the back, unfortunately. But now, we still see Midnight with a little bit of control, 25 left. Tommy's full streaks, though, is going to be something to work with.
Yeah, and I think it's important to look at Tommy's streaks and when he can utilize these. We're going over to a hard point where, yes, you know, it is kind of enclosed, but the exits and the entrances are very much open. If they can hold that, they can hold Midnight back as well. They've got a 50-point lead here, and Tommy has got the Tempest as well. Exceed invested his War Machine, invested it well, but he's going to be put down by Parasite as we speak. Check out that mini-map, though. Midnight have control. Are the streaks going to be used to break this?
The stuns are up. Tommy's going to lead the charge. That Tempest to hand. We've seen the clips online. Tommy's Tempest is something to be feared. Nice entry kills from both sides of the fence as they hit this hard point. Chino and Exceed now making their way straight on. Trophies are up. Now they'll be lining up for the defense. Watch for those spawns. There's the information. Now we watch those OCRs get put to work. Great position now for Midnight. Oh, sorry, for Sicario to be in with Midnight trying to have to break. And interesting to see Tommy now investing that Tempest to try to hold the line.
This is perfect. Again, when you've got the Tempest, you want to get those kind of long-range battles. And oh my, light it up, Tommy T. The turtle's back. He's tagging everyone there. I think he tagged 4 players and 2 or 3 might have got back up, but he does get the points for putting them down. Exceed is off again, baby. 6-kill streak for him, 24 and 11. I need an introduction to this young man.
I sure we heard him scream from here. Champs is already getting very, very loud. And Sicario, another team to take some surprise leads against professionals here in the early pool play matches. I'm deeply surprised. I have been all day. Everything I've said has been wrong so far. Champs has been unbelievable. Still, can we see a little bit more of Sicario that can keep up his pace? Ooh. You cannot give Midnight an inch because, again, professional team, they've been around the block a few times. Frosty in particular, a player we've talked about time and time again, being able to take over matches on his own since joining Midnight. Can we see Midnight get back into this one? Solid holds so far. They've got to do the best they can with the onslaught now from Sicario.
Yeah, Frosty, player we haven't really talked about, he's on a 4-kill streak here. And he was finding his footing in Midnight, I feel, ever since the exit from E6. But, you know, what can he turn this into? Tempest is at the road. Of course, Tommy's already used his. He's currently set up at 156. Lightning Strike available. Exceed, I have to go back to him. What is he now? 26 and 15. Lightning Strike here. But Frosty is trying to drag Midnight right back into this 7-kill streak. Lightning Strike at the ready. And guess what? A capture here would mean he actually gets that Hellstorm as well. It'll be so important for him to do. And you can see him just dancing around, trying to find it. Doesn't need it. Hellstorm acquired.
There we go. So the back end now of the next half point does have a lot of Sicario members in there. They're spawning at the back, left-hand side of the map. That's going to be number 9 going up against Zaptius now with the kill squad from Midnight are there. They're trying to flush that player out and make sure that the back is safe, and they have done that. You can see the right-hand side of your mini-map now is where Sicario is spawning. However, look at the time. The Midnight have slowly crept back into this. They've kept Sicario pinned back, and a lot of that comes down to the hard frontline work from Frosty. And then, of course, Zaptius and Parasite working on that backline, keeping the spawn safe. Still in the control, and it's going to be Midnight. 30 seconds left on this half point. A quick contest coming through, and I must admit, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Midnight. Sicario, the killers, they have been slowed down. They have been arrested for now, but can they make these entry kills? Oh, God.
Well, there's going to be 2. Exceed is going to unfortunately find himself in the line of that grab slam. Chino coming in as well, and the grab slam actually does open it up. It stops any type of progression for Midnight there, and with scrap time being so important at this time in the game, of course, Sicario are going to get that 160 mark, and I tell you what, grapple is going high. I hope he has lightweight on, as he could take some fall damage. Doesn't look like he will, as there he is, slipping, sliding. He's got to find one. Will go down to Frosty here. It is going to be split. 50 seconds left down. And we may see the Lightning from Exceed. We may see the Hellstorm from Frosty. Things are about to get interesting.
Yeah, we've got a lot to throw in this next hard point. Here we go. The pressure now mounting from Sicario, trying to hit that pipe side. And somehow Lenny slips under the shots of Frosty. Frosty sort of tunnel vision in that one. Big kill there from Protoss. He makes his way forward. Protoss, slow start for him. He's really managed to get back into it, but still 14 and 22. Uncharacteristic of a Sorg thus far in Black Ops 4. Still, he's making his boys getting them moving forward. Tommy on point. 25 left. I'm enjoying this out of Midnight in a big way. They've managed to turn this around. Frosty finds 3 with the Tempest, almost managing to hit the hip fire with the 15 seconds left. There it is. Ooh, Proto, don't dice with him. He's made a tough stuff. 168 leads that 145, and I must admit, Phil, Midnight, we're not out of this yet.
They're certainly not. I will say Exceed, 30-21, still has that lightning. He's got his second War Machine as well, and Frosty now has full streaks. This is going to be interesting. The Hellstorm's going to be called in by Frosty. He's doing everything he can just to put a halt on the attack of SICARIO, and he will do just that. And no matter how good Exceed's doing, no matter how strong we've seen Tommy kind of go off, Midnight are fighting back into this, and they could change the lead right now.
Oh, Exceed, his War Machine gets absolutely eradicated. Zaptius finds 2 kills of his own on the front, so we were seeing a great hold coming out of Midnight. Only problem they've got now is Proto. He's managed to stay alive on the right-hand side of the map. The next hard point, it is going to be his if he can win the next engagement on the right side as well, and he won't. So now the battle for the hard point, the final 25, they're going to be just sort of scrapped up there by SICARIO, but we do have spawns for next, currently secured by Midnight.
Yeah, I think actually Exceed's really slowed down here. He was like 30-20. He's gone on a 5 death streak, I believe. So it just shows Midnight have really kind of just stopped him right in his tracks. They aren't in the lead just yet, but they do have the spawns here with Parasite. Correct me here, is 1 and 2 spawns out. Royalty and Llama got him. Fight number 4 does Frosty too. And this could be SICARIO's chance to punish. They need to take down Parasite. It is ICR on ICR. Chino comes out on top, but Zaptius and company are at the back. Exceed's going to use the lightning strike to kind of break through that one, but they aren't going to get the spawns. There's still 50 seconds to play for. Proto's trying to fight his way through the window, and one more engagement, one more wave of kills, and SICARIO or Midnight, they could take a substantial lead going into the next couple of hard points.
We may see a lead change now from Midnight. Attack 5 for Linny. Linny, you need to clean those up, mate. You gotta get those finished. We've seen you 1v3 to get you into the tournament. Now you're here. You need to clean these easy ones. Oh, no, it's Zaptius who just floors him. Keeping the play going, though, is going to be SICARIO. They just take the lead back. Parasite doing big work on point. The final 15 of this hard point are looking good. However, Midnight, it may have looked good on point, but it's going to look even better currently. Tac 5 to lock down the back and take care of the players on rotation. Powerful crossfire there on the wall bang from Chino, and Tommy's going to get rid of that player at the back now. So we do have SICARIO, who have just managed to flip that back control. Here comes the rip on the hard point. Royalty desperately trying to get on the point now because it's starting to get to the business end of the match.
Well, Midnight have the lead. They still have a Tac 5. They have, I believe, one specialist to work with in Zaptius Slam. On the flip side here, SICARIO, they've got the spawns, but they don't really have anything to work with. No streaks, no specialists, everything's been invested, and they're actually down here. The contest is going to come through. Ooh. Slam's finding one and another. That's going to be Exceed and Linny put to bed. Parasite on Proto. It's the perfect play, and all the P's here. As we do see spawns still in favor of SICARIO, but does it matter? Streaks are being acquired from Midnight here, and we're going down low in just a second. This could be the end here for SICARIO if they don't start something special. 20
seconds left in the hard point. Going to get as much time as they possibly can. Midnight have already flipped them out, and now they're set up for next once again. This is the difference between a pro team and an amateur team. Being able to multitask like this in hard point is absolutely crucial. The pinch now slowly developing on point. 5 seconds remain. Gino's managed to slip in the rear. He has to take care of 2 members of Midnight. Off the rip, finds the first. The second one could be there, but he gets pinched from behind. Now his teammates are trying to get involved, but Midnight have got numbers on the point. They're going to be flooding the situation right now, and Parasite continues to keep the presence felt. With that lightning strike, he's going to call it in, get those players off the top mid, and this is starting to look a little bit dire for SICARIO, Phil. 44 seconds left. We can see Midnight do it in the final 10.
Yeah, 8 seconds is all they need here. Make it 7 as the time ticks away. The Purifier is out. Zaptius, Llama God, Parasite destroy SICARIO towards the end there. They step it up. We see Exceed slow down. He had a perfect start almost. His numbers were unmatched. But by the end of it, Midnight, as a team, as a whole, as a 5, these guys come out on top.
And that's the biggest difference between a professional team and an amateur team. I mean, you start have give a great start if you're SICARIO. Not bad in any way whatsoever. There's a solid league to work with.
Yeah.
You know, we saw streaks coming out of everyone. The only player was kind of slow, you know, in the kills department was Proto. But apart from that, the team was playing absolutely fine. Get to the end of the game, though. Midnight just did not struggle. Midnight did not waver. Midnight played that one perfectly, essentially. I mean, you know, they were winning the kills in rotation. They were getting the next hard points, you know, as and when they popped up. They had pretty much full control. There was no real sweat moments there where it was like, oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I think the difference maker was Midnight and their rotations to the second hard point back, you know, in orange. And again, it just seemed like they held that line a little bit better. They spawned out once, and it was a bit of a surprise to me, but they soon retook it. And it felt like on the, you know, 2 out of 3 rotations, Sicario were just trying to push through the front. They were trying to hold the line. The first time they kind of did it, and then they had the rotations. But ever since then, they were losing 50, maybe 45 seconds each time on that hill, and I think that was really the punishment for them. And I will say, I have to go back to it, Exceed, like halfway through the game, was 30-20. Then I saw him 30-25. I don't know what he finished on there, but it's like he fell off the face of the earth. I didn't see his name in the kill feed as much, and he was having a fantastic game.
Tough teams, though, early on for Sicario. They had a decent showing against 100 Thieves, I'd imagine, but it's not enough. It's not enough. They need a map win sooner rather than later. I mean, this is they'll be joining a couple of other teams that have already been eliminated from COD Champs so far. Again, Genji, still surprised, friends. Still surprised. Here's a quick look at the groups thus far in Champs. And you can see that Group F is where we're currently sitting. Sicario going up against Midnight. And again, Sicario have yet to get a map on the board, friends. They were 3-0'd by 100 Thieves. Not a tremendous surprise there. They can do something special here, but a win against Midnight would be nearly pivotal to get themselves through the situation because, again, top 2 advance.
I mean, this is an important game. Let's say Sicario do manage to beat Midnight. You know, it puts them at 1-1. Midnight would be the same. 100 Thieves are probably going to beat Fury. It will then come down to them beating Fury. You want to give it you want to have that in your own hands. You want to, you know, hold your own fate, if you like. They lose to Midnight here. They're 0-2. I mean, it's no longer. You know, it's Midnight 100 Thieves going through at that point. Of course, you can't rule Fury out of it. They did take a map against 100 Thieves. I believe it was the Search and Destroy. But again, quick overview of all the groups. E through H. It's pretty simple. It's pretty standard here. This is where business has been as usual, except Luminosity.
Outside of Luminosity, and again, our expectations are that professional teams should be excelling here at COD Champs. But hey, man, funnier things have happened. Stranger things have gone down. And Luminosity, it's a new dawn. It's a new day, and it's a chance to get back onto the board. EG and Optic, though, so far so good. Splice Heretics, again, have not looked bad whatsoever. Perfect records for those in Group H. Still, friends, we're still here in Group F. We've got Midnight versus Sicario, if you've just joined us. First map went the way of Midnight after a very stable and steady comeback in that hard point on Frequency. And again, nothing tremendous there, nothing really outstanding, just good hard point from Midnight. They played that very, very well. They played it very, very sort of sensibly. There was nothing outstanding in any regard, to be honest. I mean, no one really popped off. No one went huge. We saw a 7-kill spree out of Frosty, which got him streaks. That was pretty much the only thing that Midnight had to do to really excel there. So that's a great sign for them against any of the amateur teams. But, you know, when it comes up to playing a more high-caliber team like 100 Thieves, the whole team's really got to be firing, you know, very, very consistently together. But hey, man, it's Champs. It's Day 2. Start of Day 2. We're only, what? We're sitting a little bit past 10. It's fine. 15 minutes have passed. We're good, friends.
There's plenty more to warm up. Plenty more to come. However, that's for me and you, Miles. You've already sent Genji home.
Yeah.
These guys, you know, this could be the beginning and the end. You know, as we joke about it, you know, there's plenty more COD action for you guys at home, for us as well. Really excited. For these guys just behind us here, this could be the end of their road. That's the daunting thing is you played all year. Yes, there's amateur teams. Yes, there's professional teams. But now is the time to step up. Now is the time to get that all-important victory. Even to just push you to the afternoon, the evening. Push yourself to tomorrow in bracket play. It's not easier. It's easier said than done, by all means. And for the amateur teams, you're expected to lose. You're expected to go out. You're not expected to get that bracket play. But we are going to see some, I tell you that.
Don't forget, for instance, COD Champs, $2 million on the line here. Of course, rings, great prestige. Now, by the looks of things, these sort of medallions. So I'm not sure if that's for previous winners or if that's for current winners as well now. So exciting to see again. The most prestigious tournament in the COD calendar. And look, they do get both. I believe we're getting confirmations now.
I was thinking about it, right? You know, you got your, you know, pendant, whatever it may be. You sit down, you're like, you know, world champion. Karma sits down on the other side. It's like, 1, 2, 3.
He's clanging like
it's just like, yeah, it's just like, 3 rings, 3 chains. He's just.
I wonder if he'll wear them while he plays.
It was a good point, obviously, that you can't really wear rings whilst you play. But to wear, I mean, just to even wear one, now that's pretty special. You're one of a very select few, a handful of people. To have 2, you know, you're on maybe one hand, and to have 3, you just can't. Just name a baller.
I mean, who knows, dude? After this weekend, we could be seeing Aches with a 3rd ring.
Apathy. Apathy. Oh, wow. I mean, if Aches was to manage to win another ring,
especially on Black Ops 4, because you know the Twitch chat right now is just like, this is ridiculous. But come on, guys.
I'm just excited to kind of see the bracket and see who's playing who, because again, we are gonna get this crazy winner bracket round 1.
We get that by the end of today.
I think we actually are very lucky we get to cast over Fuego versus War a little later on, which is kind of the battle of the Europeans. You got Hawkey Vortex, Bad Cat Josh. One of them is making it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
a
that's a
determined
fact.
second place, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see who these guys match up against as well. How far can they go? Sadly, it won't be Gen G, and whoever matches up against Team War or Fuego might be thinking, we dodged a bullet here, but maybe they did, maybe they didn't. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be interesting to see. Again, guys, a slight technical issue while we just get into this next matchup. Search and Destroy count between Midnight and Sicario. Seen Sicario film, Phil?
Yeah, good one.
Have you?
Yeah, it's a
You
good one,
haven't
isn't
seen
it?
Have you?
Good, yeah, good one. Sicario.
I love that.
Miles likes to make all
I
these
love
puns
that.
of movies and lines and special moments, and honestly, I probably understand about 6% of them. However,
That's fine.
if I pretend that I do and I go, ha, Miles the Ross.
You're my COD guy,
Back
mate.
at it again with the jokes.
No, it's a good film. It's a really good film.
What's it
Benicio
about?
del Toro. Sicario. It's about a sort of like a hitman, basically.
Okay.
And he works in Mexico. It's incredible. It's fantastic.
Mexico. So is he like,
It's Benicio del Toro.
my name is Tommy Truant? What a great name that would be for a hitman.
Tommy Truant.
I am the turtle.
He's the TTs. Here we go, friends. Into Search and Destroy on Frequency.
Tommy Truant.
Saving,
That's Tommy for anyone who doesn't know.
His,
Great
of course,
guy.
His subscribers call him Turtles. He's a bit of the snapping turtle thus far.
I'm a turtle.
Into the search we go, friends. A site. It's going to be the site for everyone on Sicario currently. One player watching the flank, 2 players sitting there in the elevator. One was backed on up. See slow and steady now. Approach from all angles from Midnight. 2 on the back, 2 through top mid. Exceed could possibly catch this player out on the right-hand side of him. That's going to be Royalty. They're covering fire. It's going to let Royalty get closer and then try to make that opening play. Exchange of gunfire now between both squads. It's 30 seconds to make the disarm, and the gunfight's already going down. It's a 3-on-3. Proto's now watching up top. Great spot to be in for the trade. 2v2, 20 seconds left.
I went from a 5v5, 4v4, 3v3, 2v2, and now it's maybe going to come down to 1v1. It's Lomagod, it's Tommy. 7 seconds on the clock, and sometimes slow and steady wins the race.
Do not expect him to be sitting on the bomb in that position.
That was the only time it literally went purple grey kill feed. Tommy managed to get the all-important.
Tommy manages to sit there on the bomb site, comes right on through. Llama just a little too late to the action there. He was chasing the red dot, which was there by elbow. He jumps out, he looks the wrong way.
And Tommy again kind of, you pause that, you watch it in slow motion there. Lamagod was expecting that kill for Tommy to run back to the spawn. Smart play by Tommy there. Picks up round number 1 against Sicario. Was a team we had to watch in Search and Destroy. Yes, we can talk about Lindy's 1v3, but it was a game mode that these guys can excel in.
Paladin out for Frosty. Everyone's managed to slip on by. Bit of a shoulder there, Frosty. Goodness. There's a concussion in hand as well. Maybe. Chance for something special here with the strike. Perfect timing. Finds Exceed, who was weakened. Brilliant shot again from Frosty to find the second, but not enough. The trades are there. They go the way of Sicario. And that was actually very, very fortunate. Unfortunate, though, that Parasite wasn't able to get to top mid quicker. He possibly could have got more into the mix there on that fight. Bomb down now in the pipes. Will be grabbed by Frosty, and they can continue to play at B as the remaining defenders for Sicario. They've left. They've gone at A, expecting to rotate there.
One thing I have noticed, and it's very much a surprise for me when I see Tommy on the team, was I'm getting this Infinite Warfare vibe where all 5 players, or 4 of it would be, just kind of charging together, wolf packing as we call it. But usually Tommy plays this island role in Search and Destroy where he plays on his own, and interestingly enough with this team, it seems like he is really kind of pushing with the team. You saw him there right in the mix of things at Pipes. Here we go. It's a 3v2. Outnumber, outperform, 1v1 once again. This time it's Chino and Royalty. They've met up many times before. Veterans in their own rights. They've been around the block a few times here. Well, the bomb is down and 20 seconds is going to separate them. But a bit of space is also going to separate these 2 players. Chino on the hunt.
He's on the hunt. He's got to make that defuse. And again, Royalty's going to play this very, very well. There's no way he lets this get away from him. Wait a minute. Why did I say that? How did he...
Miles, hold on a second.
Aye!
Hold on.
Wait.
I was right, I need to address this point, right? I've done it myself and I don't know how to get out of the habit. When you're in a 1v1, you make the kill. You don't need to stim shot. You don't need to reject. No. You need to defuse very quickly. But I can't help but do it. It's like habit. But he did it there and he dropped the bomb a time or 2. Oh my. It was a great play from Frosty here.
Look, yeah, it was a great play from Frosty. I'm super surprised Royalty didn't you know, have more of an eye towards the bomb there, or even just like the fact that his gun wasn't up. Like he had a very, very strong idea that Chino was going to be coming from pipes there, but I don't know.
I think it was more the fact that Royalty had a Sorg, and you know Chino's got that AR. If he would have gone outside jungle, he could have just got beamed, and he was kind of trying to keep it close. And, but yeah, too much, it seemed.
Well, speaking of too much, Midnight have been too much thus far in this round for SICARIO. Sniper's up for Chino. We've seen what he can do with it. Shot there. Tommy unable to help him out in this situation. And now it's a 1v4. Chino's desperately trying to find something out. Anything would be good. Royalty gets a bit of swift retribution there with a shot punch. Good round there for Midnight. Very, very decisive.
Big round needed there for Midnight. They lost 2 on the bounce there, down to 1v1s, and gives them that little bit of... I don't want to say hope, but it puts them back in the game.
But it is a reminder that, you know, you can contest, because after a while you start losing round by round by round.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, right, when are we going to do something that makes a difference in this situation? When are we going to find anything to get our groove going? And that sort of thing really helps. So here we have it, 2-1 into the 4th we go. We've got SICARIO on defense. Great stuff out of Royalty, as much flack as I've given him rather in that second round loss, but I was just surprised. I was like, he's got a Sorg up, he knows he's going to be coming from the bomb site. Anyway, great stuff regardless. Round 4. Snipes from Chino, see if we can bring the thunder. I met Chino in a league play matchup once, and it was a horrible experience for me. It's a good shot. Proto first to fall now as we're seeing the aggression mounting towards A.
5v4 here. Proto does fall. Bomb is down. Advantage Midnight. Chino having a sniper can be very powerful at times, but sometimes on a retake of a bomb site is not the best weapon. Prove me wrong though, Chino.
Sometimes you just want to get extra shots in the players to deal a little bit more damage. He's going to try to go for these big one-hit wonders, but still, his teammates are there to get it done. You can see he's got the trade there. Ooh, Liddy finds Zaptius. This is brilliant. Any more would be great, but now it's down to Chino in a 1v2. Parasite's going to get it done before he can even get into the elevator there. So brilliant stuff. Got a second round in a row now for Midnight.
Yeah, again, unfortunate times. It was interesting actually after the first 2 rounds. Chino pulls out the sniper. Now they've played, 2, it hasn't worked out for them. Does he keep that? Oh, Zaptius, disgusting shots there. Does for Bag Midnight another round here, puts them right back in the game. And of course, now going into round number 5, they'll be looking to take that lead away. And again, interested to see if Chino still rocks that sniper rifle. Looks like he is, as he's running with the RK.
I would expect he is, especially we've seen a, oscillation between A and B for everyone at SICARIO. They hit A, they hit B, they hit A, they hit B. Now in the 5th, they're sitting there on the B site. A has been completely... Oh! Chino, what a shot on the sliding Frosty.
Ooh.
I was going to say, it's so hard now if you've got these players coming in from A.
Both players were mid-air. I'm sure you get a little emblem, like a dog.
Airborne or
what
something.
Is it? A dog fight. I think you're both in the air if you get that. Why I know that? I've been playing Call of Duty too long, but 25 seconds left on the clock, Miles. 5v3, 2.
Oh boy, SICARIO, what a round. Proto has absolutely opened up after the absolute spectacular shot from Chino to open up the round. Great read though, you know he's going to be coming out of A. You've got 3 players hitting the back. Frosty just unfortunately catches the angle from the front.
I wish it showed it. The thing is, there's a difference from like reading it and like knowing that they're going to be there, because me and you may know that there's going to be someone top window, but when he slides out a top window as Chino's midair to then drag it across,
you've still got to make the shot.
Ugh.
That's one thing to know they're coming. Love to see it, friends.
Disgusting stuff.
3-2 though. SICARIO have stopped the bleeding. 5 kills to Tommy's, 5 kills to Proto. They're looking solid. Chino's only got 2 kills so far, but boy, they've been fun. Frosty gets a little bit of early information there. His stuns are up and about, can be pushing them back, but you can see the defensive lineup now from SICARIO. No one's really opting to push through top. They're going to hit a 4-man through pipes. One of them is watching the top end. He's not really making much of a move just yet, but here we go. Tommy's going to open up the first kill, an immediate trade, and Chino, better late than never. He's the top mid presence, and that is an absolute catastrophe for Midnight. They're falling to pieces. This last player can't get out now. Proto gets the points, and the final kill there on a Frosty. What a round.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to the point of when I was talking about them wolf packing, and it seems like they were like that on the offense, but even on the defense there, Chino, yes, admittedly, he plays this top mid role here, and he's quite lucky no one was kind of hanging back in orange, because he gets taken out there and, the round could be over. But but the way the 4 players down by pipes slide out, shoot, slide back in, slide out, shoot. And again, it's that synergy, that energy, that chemistry that these guys have, which is great. And don't get me wrong, it's very easy to talk about and explain, but to execute that at the right time and on the biggest stage in the world, very difficult. 4-2 though for SICARIO.
Again, once we see SICARIO on the defense now, straight in towards A. That's how they handle their offensive rounds. I mean, they go B, they go A, they go B, they go A. And they're all in. They play these maps very tight together. Really assists in trying to get those trades. Exceed finds the first kill on a Parasite, and now we've got Chino trying to watch that backside. However, there is one player who's made the flank. 3 still holding the front line. The engagements are slow and steady so far. Linny watching the flank as well. Chino has been taken out though. That means the front door is wide open. Frosty gets the trades in through as well. Linny's dropped. That's going to be a 2-on-2. And the battle upstairs finally goes down. And Tommy, he's out on top with Proto. Royalty now has made the wrap with 20 seconds left. He's caught eyes on at least one. He may be gifted. Tommy's going to get it. There's one more right next to him if he can find this as well. Run, Proto! Run, man! And he will. And that's just enough time.
I thought you said Frodo then.
Run, Frodo!
I will say, Proto currently on a 5-kill streak, Royalty on a 3-kill streak with that bomb explosion. Lightning Strike acquired.
Very, very crucial to stay alive in that situation. Unlucky Frodo. He may get the ring to Mordor yet. 5-2 now. That is map point for SICARIO. After what was a very disappointing finish for them in the hard point, they may just be able to close out the search. One more round is all they need.
We talked about it obviously at the very start of this series and how SICARIO were strong in the search and destroy, and they can really kind of shock whoever it is they play against. And you look across the board and no one's kind of letting the team down, or, you know, there's standout players, don't get me wrong, likes of Tommy, Proto, 8 kills apiece. But again, it just seems so collective. Look at this. Look at these guys. 4 people to pipes.
Yep, that's the way they do it, mate. That's how you win championships. Know the plan, stick to it. Oh boy, if he jumps top, he can catch 3 players. He's about to find something. He's got himself the first. The team fire is there, and what a decisive round. What aggression from SICARIO already. Zaptius is on his own, and there we go. Proto closes that one out with a perfect flank through top. 1 kill, a bit of an assist, and then the closing kill there. 6-2. The AMs have came to play.
Yeah, and sadly you can't kind of carry your Lightning Strike and Hellstorm over to control, but he's going to die with those in his pocket. He really didn't need them. But again, the safety net, the cushion that is there, it was nice. It was very, very strong. Proto went into that round with 8 kills. I think he comes out minimum double digits there. Could be 11, maybe 12. Yeah. I don't know. Well done, Proto. Congratulations. It's 1-1 in the series now, and we go into control all tied up. And again, this match means a lot. You know, this is a match where we've already seen SICARIO lose to 100 Thieves 3-0. They need a win right now. Their next game is, I believe, against Fury. So if they go in with that 1-1 and Midnight's 1-1, anything can happen. Anything can happen
indeed. And at COD Champs, friends, it does tend to happen. Still, when we come back from the break with the series currently tied up 1-1, got a quick control matchup, friends. You know the deal. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back, friends. Control now in our Group F matchup between SICARIO and Midnight. Currently tied up 1-1. SICARIO managed to do a fantastic bit of work there. So you can just join us, and here we go. A solid start from SICARIO on offense. First capture point would be complete, and as we see a slight bit of contention here coming through from Midnight. They're not willing to give up B just yet. The aggression mounting, the kills going their way. They managed to flush Exceed off the point, and they will be able to get the kill without letting anything go by. Great stuff from Midnight. Now we're going to see them hit that spawn straight away.
24-27. SICARIO a little bit behind here. Trades go down here. Keeping the eyes, though, on those spawns. Royalty being a menace behind enemy lines. Again, A does have that first tick on. B as well, just 1 tick. But sometimes it's simply not enough. Time is ticking. 60 seconds on that clock. Second one will be depleted by Frosty. This is going to be a frag. Let go! But he's going to hold it to the end there.
He cut that one very close indeed. Frosty, unable to find any more as Linny now makes the charge. But help from his friends up top. Chino with solid presence there, and again, just trying to keep these kills going, but the trades from Midnight are too solid. Far too convincing in those gunfights at the moment. Early contest now coming through on A. The tick is done, but still not able to find too much more out of this one. Tommy wants to get on top mid, finding those kills, trying to get back into the action on the B. And I like the way that SICARIO are playing this. They're trying to pull the resources away from Midnight in every possible situation. Get them off A, get them straight on B, make sure that they're as thin as they can be. You managed to catch them on a solid pinch. You're looking at another tick on the point, but 25 seconds remain. They've managed to contest A. They have to find the capture very, very soon, otherwise this round is over. Yeah,
the only thing wearing thin right now, SICARIO's lives, they're down to 7. Midnight comfortably sat here at 16, and honestly, they should be able to close this one out without losing a single zone. One tick on either one is as simple as it gets here. 14-4 now, as the respawns will be stopped here. And again, it is a slow start to SICARIO. Lamagod and Zaptius there, just finding the last two, handling business here as Proto been a nuisance here in this final 5. I do apologize, didn't get your SICARIO reference, by the way.
Have you seen the film?
I didn't know which one you're talking about, the first or the second.
I like that. That's my guy right there, friends. He jumped on IMDb.
Day of the Soldado came out in 2018, bro.
It's good, Day of the Soldado is good as well. Hey, Ton, have you seen SICARIO?
Oh, Ton's here.
Ton's seen SICARIO.
Which one?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, both of them, he
Josh
says.
Brolin's in it, he's great. Oh, come on, they're both lovely.
Day of the Soldado.
Is it Emily Blunt? She's in the first one? Love Emily Blunt. Here we go, into the second round. We're having a good time here at COD Champs, friends. If you can't make it, or if you will be here on the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you're in for a real treat. The venue here in the UCLA Poly Pavilion is magnificent.
Free hugs all round from Mouth the Ross.
Yeah, if you want. I'm a sweaty boy. Round 2. 9-2 for Lamagod. Brilliant work from him already. See if Midnight can bring the same aggression, the same thunder and pristine execution as they did on the defense to the offensive round. And again, talking about wearing the defense thin as possible. They're pushing everyone away from B. Lone defender of Chino, he's backed up on top. Now the contestant there on A. These kills are great though. Chino got to the party a little late, but timing has been brilliant for him. He's found his kills. Exceed's also getting involved. This has been a good hold on A. Couple of lives lost, nothing dramatic, and they will keep the entirety of the point.
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about that first round, obviously, as we get into this second one. Just the performance from Midnight themselves, it was so evenly spread. Lamagod did play exceptionally well in round number 1, but I think you said, obviously, how SICARIO were trying to draw the sources from Midnight, and they did so, but Midnight, when they split up, where they split their funds, kind of 2 here, 3 there, they still were coming out on top, and Midnight, again, fantastic stuff here. 20-22 here, evened up. Zaptius and Frosty going to find himself a double, though. And now, 20-20.
It's the first time we're seeing a real heavy contest now on the B. Frosty's trying to get those kills. Hard to do that from the Sorg at this range. So he's moving himself a little bit forward. They've done the best they can at getting SICARIO off the point. Push them back. And there's the second ticket B. Midnight are finally about to make the dent they needed to. Royalty gets it, and that's the point essentially done. That was the last defender in any position to make anything happen. And now, SICARIO. A is the last chance you've got.
B is gone. 18-15 here. A minute 48 on the timer. Lightning Strike has been acquired. Hellstorm as well. It's all purple and let it rain. We see the Hellstorm. Does it even need to come in at this point? It looks like it's secured. The lives are dwindling. 17-11 as the second tick. So close to coming in, and that third and final one could be all she said and wrote. Midnight Strike again. 2-0.
Well, that was a smacking. Okay. The first round was a little slow. And the second, devastating performance from Midnight there. Streaks to be had. And have a look at the kill death ratios as well. They really, really turned up there. Well, Phil, this is a pro team. SICARIO have got a bit of a climb now and it's down by 2. One more round is all that Midnight need to take the lead here in the series.
2 lightning strikes, 1 Hellstorm, a Slam and a Tempest for Midnight. For SICARIO, they have absolutely jack nothing. Lightning strike for Zaptius. 25 points away! And the Hellstorm has been acquired. That Slam there used for just 1 kill, but it was worth it.
It's worth it. He got full streaks now. And Llama's gone. Oh, there we go. There's just streaks everywhere from Midnight. This is the end, SICARIO. What have you got? what can you do in this situation? I mean,
give me something!
Look, to be honest, we've seen this a few times now in Champs. You know, we saw United get a ton of streaks and, you know, not do too much with it. We saw Gen G's final matchup on the Control against Team War. Everyone had streaks and they couldn't. That's horrible.
5 down.
I take it all back. Midnight know how to use streaks. This ain't the era days anymore, friends. Zaptius finds 2 more. It's 27-17. And when you run indoors, you meet Zaptius, the man himself, and he's ripping you up with the Sorg as well. 14-4 for him, 19-4 Llama, 11-5 for Frosty, 12-9 for Royalty. For the love of God, man. The round is over. SICARIO, throw the towel in. Take the hard point. Just go to the next map.
Yeah, this is very much all she said in row. I will say, if the 1% comes true that SICARIO get a 5 down and they cap one zone, then get another 5 down and cap the other zone, it's possible. It is. But Midnight, it's a train that ain't stopping. 20-5, Llama God.
It's great, but he's gone, dude.
Better than great, man. You ever gone 20-5 against Control against SICARIO?
I haven't, no, but look at this. A's almost finished. The B defense is starting to build up now for Midnight. They've read this really well. They're not taking this lightly. Give up A, let the clock fill up, and now just hold B for as long as you possibly can. Zaptius has only got a lightning strike left.
That's what I do love about hardpoint Control. It isn't over until it's over.
Well,
a lightning
none of the
strike.
maps are over until they're over.
Trying to build hype. Never mind. War Machine at the ready. Lightning Strike is available. However, a 5 down, maybe a 4. It could happen. They have to invest. They need to invest. A War Machine could come through as well. But a Zaptius Lightning Strike could just push them right back off this point. 10-16 is the life count. I'll admit it, SICARIO have done better than I thought this round. I thought it was all done.
Oh my God, what the hell was that kill from Seeds? Nope, gets the done. Zaptius' final streaks have been invested, 7-14. Present still fell at the bottom mid. We still have players from SICARIO in the mix on the point. Armor's just going to meet the tippity top of that Hellstorm shot. Now it's a 5-12. It is still possible for SICARIO to take a round. Got to make every single life count.
Look at that War Machine out, baby.
There it is. The stick happened on a Proto. He gets stuck before he can get in. That's it. Exceed finds 1. It's a 4v11. The kills are great, though. Tommy's finally on the point. 29 seconds on the contest. If they can keep these players back, I mean, something special could happen. Honestly, the nades are starting to come through. Everything in the kitchen sink is being thrown at this point, and that is it, friends. It is done. Midnight, with a very clean 3-0 in the Control, take the lead in this series, and now it's 2-1. Oh, boy.
That was dominated.
That was extreme. I mean, the last round was ludicrous, but the first 2, there were moments where you were like, okay, you know, they can get this done. You know, SICARIO are good, but Midnight just turned it up to a whole new gear there.
For me, the second was the most impressive because they didn't have the streaks, they didn't have the specialties. They did it with just, you know, simple gunfights. The third was punishing. It was punishment for how bad they were in the second. So credit to Midnight. Their Control was on point here, leading the series now 2-1 and going into a hard point, which, of course, it was close last time these guys obviously played hard point, just a couple minutes ago. Going forward, of course, we know SICARIO have what it takes to push this to a game 5. We know that already.
But do SICARIO have what it takes to close out the hard point? I mean, they had a fantastic lead in the opening one on frequency. They could not quite finish up, and Midnight managed to take that one back from them. It was essentially, you know, it was SICARIO's game to lose at that point. So I don't know, friends. This is going to be an interesting one. This could well be a 3-1 at this point. But if SICARIO can turn it around, it's now, or it's literally never. To be completely frank with you, I know it sounded exciting, but it was plain as day. I will say, Phil, I don't love what I'm seeing out of SICARIO in that last one.
No,
it was individual pushes from start to finish. You know, they really didn't have anything going synergy-wise. There was very, very little in the trades department. Nothing. No fireworks, nothing.
I'm trying to write it up as maybe they're just not a Control team. Because I saw that they had strong hardpoint. I saw what I saw in SICARIO. Exceed had a great game. Tommy was obviously going off. Frosty kind of came back from Midnight and brought them back into that. But SICARIO had their chances to end that hardpoint. They didn't take it. Maybe this is a chance for them to do that, push this to a search and destroy. And then, if we're talking game 5, we're talking SICARIO again.
In the simplest of terms, though, it's like when you think of the way they played the Search, it's like 4-man pushes everywhere. Yeah. Everyone on SICARIO was holding hands, they were running together, running and gunning. And at that point, you can't really lose out in your trades. I know it's different in Control, but I just feel like Midnight was so good at staggering them in the kills department where, you know, you've got like 2 members of SICARIO pushing up one side, the other 2 guys are still waiting on spawn, they have to run up and, you know, there was no connect there between the remainder of the team. There was no connect. They were like, just take a deep breath, stop, let's push as a 5, let's make a play happen. They were kind of just like throwing themselves like little droplets against the glass. Man, we need to be a tidal wave, baby. You need to be a tsunami of SICARIO players. They were not having that, and they ended up getting bodied. But hey, man, hard point up next. I will say, Phil, I don't know. This would be a great upset, Because, you know, SICARIO, no one really saw SICARIO coming in and doing any damage. Everyone knows they're good players, but like not against Midnight, not against 100 Thieves. I think this is over.
I think more for Midnight, more than anyone right now. Midnight, again, we've talked about SICARIO, how they need to win this and then go into their game against Fury. Midnight, for me, they played Fury yesterday. They won that. It was a 3-1. It wasn't a 3-0. It wasn't super convincing. Now they play SICARIO. If they win this, great. You're 2-0 in the group. If they lose this, they go into a 100 Thieves game and you're like, holy, this isn't good. Holy, yeah. But if they secure the win here, which I think they will, I think it's super important they do. Not that they will go in relaxed against 100 Thieves, but they go in 2-0. They're fighting for the first and second seed at that point. That's what you want. You want to be able to go in there confident off 2 wins, try and steal that first seed away from 100 Thieves, and who knows what happens. Worst comes to worst, you drop down, you finish second, you go on to the bracket play. They lose here, though, and it's a must-win against 100 Thieves. No team in the world wants a must-win against 100 Thieves.
That's not what's going to happen, let's face it. I mean, look, 100 Thieves' performance has been fine so far in the competition. They're wearing very green jerseys today. I'm not quite sure how that one happened, but hey, man, I like it. It's something different every single day now for the 100 Thieves squad. It's been fun to see.
Group play green.
It is group play green. I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's that. I'll roll with that. I'll roll with it, Phil. No, it's been good to see, though. Champs is not disappointed so far. Friends, if you have just joined us, it is currently 2-1 to Midnight in the series. The match is about to start, and we're ready to get into the next hard point. And if you're a betting man or lady or dog, whatever you're watching this, I mean, let's face it, COD's great. At this stage, if you're a betting man, I think you have to give the advantage to Midnight. They've just started to pick up pace. They have not relinquished the lead they've gained. Now we're looking at another hard point. Seaside, though, Phil, we like upsets on Seaside. They do happen.
We definitely do. I'm just a big fan of Seaside in general. I love the map. I love the way it flows. I love how there's always upsets, always comebacks.
It's tough, man. This is where you put your rotations to the test. First in, best dressed really will find the success here on Seaside. This is the first turning point. We saw Gen G lose their matchup against Fuego. Everyone's like, oh, it's only Seaside, you know, in a series, but Seaside is where we will see true magic. And again, if we're talking about early rotations, if we're talking about very disciplined hardpoint gameplay, we are a professional team. Midnight. Still, straight off the rip. Early contest. Llama's trying to find his way through top. And he will be running into another player of SICARIO there, but the early time is going to Midnight. That lower cafe, you know it as well as I do, friends. Extremely difficult to hold. 3 ways in from the outside of the map. There's 2 stairwells at the top. It's very, very hard to watch every possible avenue in there.
Oh, there's stairs here, there, and everywhere. And not the best, but that's why you see so many trades going down. What is important is to retain the spawns at the church side, and obviously you want that rotation to the courtyard. Looking for 4 and 2. That's going to be Zaptis and Parasite, who's already rotated with 15 seconds. This is going to be a little later than they wanted to be able to do this, but they tried, they failed, and they will go again. Proto and Chino, the names capitalized for you. Whether that's a sign of the players to go off, I don't know. We'll see. We'll wait. Midnight 28 to SICARIO's 4, but I will say a very strong setup here for SICARIO.
SICARIO have managed to get into the hard point quite early. There's now a bit of an engagement through the back end. Chino's on point. There's one player in barrels covering his front line. It's actually going to be Linny. Quick trade there. Chino's going to keep getting the points. This is great. He doesn't have anyone help because he had to sort of give up that position there. He was watching the side door. Tommy now gets in. Can't quite reinforce it enough in time before being dropped. And SICARIO's still fighting, you know, 1 life at a time to try to keep hold of this hard point. It's very, very difficult for anyone on Midnight to make an impact, and that's a lovely 2-piece from Linny to find the final kills. The next 30 seconds could be going the way of Midnight.
So far, so good here. If Midnight can hold on to this just for 5, 10 more seconds here, they can back off, moonwalk their way through the barrels and get themselves over to the fountain hardpoint. Number 4 and 2. I said it before, I'll say it again. Looks like Mr. Rotation has been set. And Midnight 1 step ahead here, and this is really the money hill. This is where you can drain 40, 50 seconds. But not only that, it's a score streak chance. You know, these guys can rake in those kills back to back to back, and maybe pull something off. But Tommy's actually found his way through the side. Slip through.
Nice work from Frosty. Truly was the SICARIO in that situation. He cuts down Tommy, prevents him from getting any further into that back spawn, preventing any more damage. And now we're looking at a very, very healthy looking 40-second hardpoint that honestly, Midnight will be taking a considerable chunk of top stuff from Frosty. That movement, the way he just ran around the entirety of the map there, you know, back and through the spawns, up through the window, just providing the help as and when it was needed. Very, very fluid gameplay there from Midnight. And on the defense, that's exactly what you want. You don't have to be so static when it comes to this position here on Fountain. And it is working out for them, 66 and climbing. We are seeing SICARIO on the right-hand side of the map. Get ready for the wine barrels, get ready for the next one. And if they can hold these front doors, they're looking good. But Royalty, he's looking to find something here. He's looking to push these players back. I'm not seeing the squad though still on that far left-hand side of the map. That is where Midnight are going to be spawning. So now Royalty, he's just managed to infiltrate. And he's going to get a few kills. Is it enough to allow his teammates to get in and break the point?
Getting one kill there was special. Getting one kill and staying alive was special. But getting 2 kills, staying alive, and nearly turned on the third. That was great from Royalty here. 74-34 here, the 40-point lead for Midnight. It seems to be halted just at that, as SICARIO will start to chip away. 4-kill streak for Chino, 33 seconds on the hill. He's the man who's got all that time for the players here. Free fire coming through, will tag one. He's got a Sorgus backup. The man can use anything.
Lovely stuff.
Or kill anyone.
Unfortunate bit of friendly fire, but good positioning, good awareness, keeps himself alive. The clock is still ticking, the points are still flowing, and he's 50 points away now from a lightning strike. Very, very helpful. Maybe not tremendously influential on all the hard points here on Seaside, but once you get to, towards that third hard point again, that's Fountain, the dreaded Fountain. Streaks do help in breaking that one if you can't get the early rotation. So now, Linny and Co. making their way in towards the first again. And this is actually very good work from SICARIO. Again, patience, commitment to the push on those early rotates. This is what's going to get you the points here on Seaside. And Chino's going for the early invest. Maybe just a ping, let them know where they're coming from. You know exactly where they're going to be later on when it comes to the Fountain.
Just a ping indeed. I actually thought he might use that lightning strike. You can obviously put it through the roof, put it on the outskirts here, but he opts not to there. Chino, I believe, just pick up a sword kill, which means I think he got that Hellstorm as well. He did. 11 and 9 for Chino, working towards that Vision Pulse. Tommy already down by the cafe, ripping heads, taking names, and he's going to put Zaptius to bed here, as he will find himself still on the halfway. He's pushing out, he wants more, he's hungry, and he does have Exceed to trade things out with now. SICARIO, I struggle to say the name here. They actually were very strong on the rotation to Courtyard last time. I actually feel like they're underinvested in this rotation. There's 10 seconds left and both Proto and Exceed are still on the old hard point. I would have liked to see one more of those rotate, but we'll see whether it works out for them.
Linny's trying to make the play now pretty much alone. He's got to time this perfectly or have ridiculous gun skill, and he had neither, sadly. So we haven't seen him drop. SICARIO, though, his teammates get there better late than never. We're going to see one player making his way through the back of Dark there. That was going to be Royalty. Chino, perfect timing again, and a lovely position to be in if he can find Frosty as well. But look, this all helps. The clock is ticking. SICARIO are finding the time here. RK7 out for Chino. There's a clean 6 in the chest there. That player cutting down. Zaptius now in from behind as the hard point changes hands once again. We've got the players of SICARIO spawning out now. That long walk of shame through mid-map as they try to get back on the point. Midnight could well take the lead.
I've got to give the credit to Chino again. If you think about it, Chino there, he not only got streaks, but he rotated from the cafe. We went right round there through wine barrels, and the reason he did that was actually give almost Midnight the better spawns. So for the future in the Fountain Hill, they would have the better spawns. He works it so well. He makes 2 kills. He gets himself streaks, and he rotates now. For me, SICARIO really owe a lot to Chino here. And yes, Lightning Hellstorm is all well and good, but I will say the brains behind the operation, it seems right now, or the execution to say the least. 3 kills coming in, and SICARIO are going to take the lead, Miles.
They have indeed, and this is it. They've got to make these entry kills now through the front as quickly as they possibly can. They've got to be very, very decisive. 2 now going through the streets. 1's hitting through Chiefs on the far left-hand side. Parasite now making his way in. And that is a lovely bit of back and forth from Parasite as he manages to get the kill. SICARIO still have the point, but you have to keep maintaining this presence. You can't let the players of SICARIO push you back far enough, because that's when the clock is just going to completely overwhelm you. You look at another 30 seconds potentially for SICARIO now. This is a fantastic turnaround. But Phil, this is what we saw in the first hard point. We saw good stuff out of SICARIO, but the inability to close out. Can they do it here?
Well, the difference is SICARIO started strong and finished weak. Now, Midnight started strong, and they're turning it around here. SICARIO the ones coming back. SICARIO the ones leading the charge here. And SICARIO, again, are the ones who are coming into wine barrels, all guns blazing, War Machine at the ready, and really, they're driving this one home. They need a couple more kills. Frosty finds one, and actually stays alive, which is the key part there. But Linny from the side, finds a double. Tempest out. War Machine has already been invested. Tempest, is that going to be a waste? No, it's not.
Oh, brilliant stuff is Aptius on the drop shot there, and he will find 2 out of that one before being traded. You like to see it. Still, though, Phil, SICARIO with the time. SICARIO with the hard point. Frosty now with a Tempest of his own. Can he electrify the wine barrels? Can he do something to stop the bleeding right now? Because it is getting very scary for Midnight. These are lovely shots. Finds Tommy as well. He will be able to just... No, he can't close the kill out with his teammate. Yes, Llama God finds the third. This is good stuff. 20 seconds left here for Midnight. Not able to get themselves back into this too close, but they will now move across map, set up for the next hard point. SICARIO already on position. Frosty had just a few more shots to make that work, but he couldn't land the first, and now we are going to be seeing the contest for the next hard point still going on, and it does look like SICARIO in control. I think Linny's in the back shouting right now.
Yeah, Linny's having a good time for sure. Again, he's 18 and 19, but he has the lead right now. He's looking to push it to a game 5, and we all know what that mode is, S&D. That's where SICARIO may be able to punish Midnight here, but Chino sliding in. Is he needed? Proto finding 2, goes down, but he tags up a 3rd. Chino with the long-range ICR won't be the first or last time you hear me say that, but 45 seconds, plenty of time. Lightning strike at the ready. And I tell you what, the kill feed is all grey. Tommy, Proto, Exceed, dominating by the stairs here. Now, the question is, they've rotated so well once. They rotated so poorly another time. How does SICARIO rotate down to the courtyard? How do they execute this to finish the game?
Because they haven't had too much success in the rotation when it comes especially to courtyard thus far. We have seen Midnight pick up those early ones. But still, we do have that lightning strike for Chino. He could absolutely bombard the back end of the courtyard, clean these players up. Llama does have the Purifier to make something happen here on these slow doors. Turn them into the hot gates. It's Thermopylae, baby, and he could hold that line fantastically. Here comes the play. Good timing with the stun. We'll find one. The shots are out. It's hyper-aggression, though, from Midnight, and they've been punished. They've way overextended it. It's not worked out, and here come the counter-attack. It's lovely bit of stuff from the defense from Zaptius, and that's good work. I thought the front line had weakened the line here enough for Midnight that they weren't going to be able to hold, but they have. Llama God is about to run into an entire cavalcade of SICARIO as they hit the back, and he's going to get destroyed. And here comes the reinforcements from SICARIO. There's a bit of a split push. Frosty's going to take on 2v1, and he's going to find the first. The movement from the young man, it's exceptional, Phil. He's still good, he's still going, and the clock is still ticking in Midnight's favor.
Well, all they need is 18 points. They can finish it here still, SICARIO, if they break through. But what they have done, they've pushed once, they've failed, but they've rotated. The 2 players will be holding the line. That's going to be Exceed and Chino. Hold the line, hold the door here, push them back, do not let them enter. As you see number 6 spawn out, that's going to be Proto. It's the next couple of kills that are crucial by the fountain. Whoever dies may spawn out. You're looking to rotate. The kill feed is purple. Frosty with a double. And look where they're spawning down by the barrels. I don't think SICARIO got a single point on this hard point.
They didn't, and this is what we're talking about when we talk about Seaside. However, this is the saving grace. It's the lightning strike. They forced everyone inside. 1 kill for Chino. RK7 out. He's not going to get anything with it. Zaptius, they've done the best they can.
That's big.
They've turtled up in cheese, and they've held it. Exceed, though. He's so close to trying to make this happen. If he can get these kills, it's almost there. And there it is, friends.
Don't ever get loud with me!
It's game 5. He was so close. And it was the lightning strike, Phil. You force the members of Midnight inside. They can't make anything happen. You use that covering fire from above to retake the point. Oh, boy. Lovely execution there from SICARIO. That was...
Lightning strike was good, and Chino used that lightning strike, and Chino was kind of waiting for them in checkers, and the thing that we didn't see, which if you were looking at the minimap, was the way that they kind of push around. It was those simple kills. It was 2 or 3 kills, and I think it was Exceed who picked up 1, maybe Proto. I could be completely wrong, but the way that they kind of pushed in, it was those kills which not only spawned those people who died out, but it gave them the spawns there right at the back. They came in and they were never losing that. There was no streaks, there was no specialists. I think at the very end you saw someone go for a heroic slam, and it was like, what? No, punch, you're out. Get out, we're going to game 5. It's going to be S&D, and this is where things get exciting, because we've highlighted how important this game is. Midnight want to play 100 Thieves when they're 2-0. They don't want to play with a must-win. For SICARIO, if they go in now against Fury 1-on-1, things get spicy.
Now things get very spicy indeed, friends. Now, speaking of spice, there's a whole lot of spice going around here, and us too. We need a glass of milk to cool ourselves down when we come back after the break. Game 5, SICARIO Midnight. Game 5. Woohoo! Wow, we got in at the right time. Tommy was found a kill. Here we have it, friends. This is the last map of the series. Midnight versus Sicario. And again, this is a must-win for both teams. Otherwise, they will be facing 100 Thieves in a must-win scenario. Very, very difficult situation to be in. Basically chalking that one up immediately. If you have to go in 100 Thieves, it's going to be tricky.
4-4. Search and destroy. Round 1.
He's hitting shots, but he's just hitting bodies. Almost. Brilliant work. Finally getting on it. Hey! A little bit of help there on a chin. Tommy! What a shot that was! Gets the defuse. He's a happy bunny. You heard him screaming in the background.
I hope you can hear him screaming in the background. Because I tell you what, after game 4, I heard someone stand up and go, "Don't get loud to me!" I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
I like the passion, though. That's what they call it, the passion pit down there. And I tell you what, it's a different kind of passion when it comes to champs. Things start to get a little exciting. A little bit more money. Just 2 mil. No big deal.
Yeah, cool, 2 mil. Brilliant stuff from Tommy to finish the round there. 1 down. 5 to go. Can Sicario keep up this pace? Can Sicario keep going here? They gave Midnight the hands on frequency. It was 6-3.
And Sicario, sorry to interrupt there, again, I just got to stress it, they go into a game against Fury where it really, really does matter, and I didn't think that would be the case. However, we're only 1 round in, plenty of time. Tommy with the thermal. Of course, he's already found 2, won't get anywhere near those streaks though, he's going to be chopped away by Parasite. Trophy system coming through here, and I tell you what else is coming through. Midnight. Like a wrecking ball. Parasite with 3 kills already.
Seed though, finds himself a nice couple. Now it's a 3v1, and he was the last to go.
Parasite was awesome there. Finding the opening 3 with that ICR. I don't think he even took damage during those gunfights either.
And just like that, Midnight struck back. Quick defuse coming through. Again, let Parasite get that one, 350 away from streak, so putting himself at 250 now. And a good 3 kills. All right, mate. Here we go. Back into the mix. Slow this one down. We've seen the B side get some love. We've seen the A side get some love now.
Yep.
We saw the way that Sicario played their search and destroy on frequency on the offensive round. They just went B to A, B to A, B to A, 5-man pushes. They played it very, very tight together. They let the trades do the talking. How are they going to play this gridlock now? We've already seen a favorable set of snipes from Tommy. Frosty's also running the snipes.
What is going to be the difference maker? Well, let's find out here. Round number 3, Sicario versus Midnight in a game 5. If you just joined us, you're tuning in at a very important time between the 2 teams. It's gone down to the final map. Exceed 4 kills to his name. Parasite already 3. Oh my!
Oh,
concussion at the wrong time!
Could not have been better. No one there to help. No one there to pick up the trade. Tommy's down. Chino quickly answers back. Proton Exceed now trying to make their way forward. This is a good slide. Trying to get in the mix, trying to get on the showers, but that could... Ooh, the nade, the royalty! He gets through with a cluster, and now it's a 4v2. 1 player goes down. It's going to be Linny helping out. But my God, the timing on that stun to begin this matchup, that could not have been any better. The bomb goes down. Quick retake now with the final 2 members of Sicario. They have to work their way through 3 members of Midnight and get the bomb.
Nice hold from Midnight. Just needing to stay alive. They've got the numbers, they've got the advantage. And once again, they've got the round in the bag here. But as things get a little bit tense in our game 5, Sicario and Midnight battling back and forward here.
I mean, imagine what happens if that stun doesn't get thrown. Up over the top and in the courtyard, Tommy potentially finds 1 maybe there. You completely change the way that round looks in every single way. He could have had a collat in that situation.
Oh,
as well.
that's what I was thinking. But like, we both were looking at it at the time. We were like, oh.
It could have been incredible, but nonetheless, I mean, Parasite is so close to streaks now. Tommy's about to potentially run into 2 players. There's at least 1 who's gone through our screen. One of them sitting top blue truck. He's rotated right round to the bomb site. Back in on A they go. It's a great position to bring this snipe to. You can catch these players in small door. You can catch these players through the back. Goes down. Quick plant. No Proto this round, 0-4 for him thus far.
Royalty on the flank could be a crucial part of this round. They have the number advantage going into the retake here, but Tommy finds one. Linny goes down, and now Tommy finds another. I think that's the snipe. Getting back to back here. Tommy's finally taken out. It's a 3v1, and Chino left out to dry. Midnight, they utilize their 5v4 so well here, and they get themselves another round.
They did kill Parasite, so the streaks are dead there. However, I'm just sort of going to wait around for a little bit. There's 20 seconds left. They can play this very slowly, let their specialist abilities, let their equipment recharge. Frosty will be the one to get the defuse at 500. Now, this has been clinical for Midnight. They have run showers so well.
Yeah.
And I think it's tough. I mean, now you've got Midnight on an offensive round. They're probably going to push it back towards A, and SICARIO know that. They know they have to take the fight in the showers. That's not the fight they want, but it's the fight they got. Plenty of time to turn this around. Midnight, though.
Oof.
Getting into it. I'm a turtle. I don't think it does that anymore, by the way.
I'm disappointed. Unsubscribing.
Round 5. No Proto yet to get into the kills. Watch that bomb just go straight towards A. Midnight know. They know that's their playground. Tommy's hoping for the B push. He's not going to get it. Oh, maybe. The read has been made here at A. There's 3 men on the defense already, and they've slowed it right down. So leave SICARIO guessing they could possibly catch them out in that transition, but
I think it's more to us to bait them out. Maybe find one peek in here, but you'll see Tommy and Tommy and Proto just say there's no one at B here. Now the location has been revealed. Bullets starting to be exchanged, and now the push towards A. And the problem is it's going to be a 4v2. It's going to be Linny and Exceed up against pretty much the whole Midnight squad, shortly followed by Frosty, but they're going to have to back off. The wise thing to do, wait for the teammates here. It might have to be a 5v5 retake. One player through the middle, though. Keep your eyes on Frosty going up against Proto. First blood will be crucial. Connection does go down for both teams. Tommy finding one. Exceed finishing off the job that Tommy started here. Another Exceed with a third, basically, after Tommy helps out.
I was actually speechless for a while there. I don't want to say anything. 4 kills that round for Exceed. How patient did you have to be for SICARIO in that situation? Midnight, they set the play, they set the precedent for the A hit, and then they sat back for a good 30 seconds. They waited for anything from SICARIO, and SICARIO did not take the bait. Tommy played around a little bit with the snipe. He gave him a tiny slither of attention there in top window, but props there to SICARIO.
I will say, Exceed, even from the hard point, like, I think I said within the first 60 seconds, I was like, someone introduced me to this guy. But he was clinical in the hard point, he was great in the search and destroys. The control, they kind of all sucked, but that's the way it kind of worked out. But Exceed, definitely a person to watch moving forward. I mean, look at this, it's a highlight reel.
He's very confident. Again, at times it's over-ambitious, but his movement's been on point. He's really been very fluid, exciting gameplay to watch, and that was a great round from SICARIO, and not to be broken there by Midnight. 3-2 now. One more would tie him up. Quick maths. Tommy running that snipe now again. 6 for 6 he is. And he's been landing the shots as expected. Here we go, straight away again. I must admit, Midnight, they thought the B push was coming. Hey, that's unlucky.
He's alive. Proto pushing forward. Talking to Proto, he's 0-5. Step it up. 4v4.
Step it up.
Come on.
Tommy's still committing the snipe now in these tough lanes. You have to hit your shot and get out as quickly as you possibly can. And that's exactly what you need to do.
Ooh,
Big tags.
Bob and weave.
He still
dodged the bullets.
He can't stim, though. He's been interrupted. Lamago's the last player left. Lovely teamwork. And Linny, he did everything he possibly could to get him to the tournament. And now he's there. He's doing fine.
Now it's Proto's time.
Come on, Proto.
Poor guy was first in to the showers. Had his shower cap on and just got destroyed. Poor guy.
Had his shower cap on.
Fun
Fine.
fact, Bryce Tacular wears a shower cap.
Why? Why does he wear a shower cap?
Have you seen that? No one touches it. Anyway, moving on, round number 7 here, another 90 seconds on the clock. No specialists, of course. However, Exceed 10-4.
Look, he's killing for 2 right now.
Woo!
Hey!
Tommy!
Cheeky Tommy. You like that?
Half the staff in this room just got a little excited at that one here.
I didn't see any head there. It was all Tommy's, just pure intuition. I can see the top of nothing, even with that thermal scope.
It's just an orange pixel.
Now, this is the first time we've seen Tommy make his way towards B and find a kill since the first round. The bomb is still at A, though. Again, Midnight, they know that they've got this sort of like gun skill advantage there. Their trades are more favorable there on the A site, but when you're getting smiggity smack like this, and Proto's finally got himself a kill, the writing may be on the wall here in round 7.
First of many for Proto, I'm sure. He does go down there, but does secure the round. It's all Tommy in round number 7, though. The snipes were so beautiful.
I mean, Tommy's got a tough situation. He's got a tough role to play here. He has to go to B at the start of almost every defensive round. If he doesn't manage to catch that, dirty boy.
Ping.
Insert fake taxi picture there. Brilliant shot to start the round off again. Sorry, but back to my point. Tommy's got to play that role of, you know, watchman at B. And then he has to rotate back over to A and not let any of his boys die, you know, because if you've seen the way Midnight play this one, it's hyper aggressive towards A every single time. They're doing it again. We're going to A again with SICARIO. They're going straight back in. They're in.
We're off to A.
Everyone's like, I don't care. We know what you're doing. Let's just have a big old fist fight on A.
Get out of there, SICARIO. You're 2 rounds away from securing the victory and causing a huge upset. Again, quick reminder, if SICARIO win this, they go up against Fury 1-1. Midnight would be 1-on-1 going up against the Thieves. You don't want to find them in a dark alley, I'll tell you that for free. Slasher, scary man. 50 seconds on the clock, though, here. Still 5v5. First blood could be Tommy's. It will be, but answered back by Parasite again. That sniper must be getting frustrated, but they've got him off the map. And now Midnight have that advantage.
Here we go. The advantage now, but for how long? Proto's on the hunt. In from behind. He could possibly catch a couple of players here. The chance for damage is high, but again, it's the patience now from Midnight, just sitting out back. 20 seconds. 30 seconds on the whip. Up and about goes Frosty. That was interesting, to say the least. Now it's a 3v2. The advantage gone. Linny and Proto now quickly make their way towards A. 20 seconds. Got to get the arm down, and it looks like the lone defender of A is gone. It was Royalty. He's backed out for a moment. He's on a Siggy break or something, and now he's back onto the site. Royalty finds the kill. He's going to get Proto. Chino's got the bomb. He's going to get the arm against the hip fire. Comes through. Watch his back now. And you're looking at the 5th round win as it does go down. Whew, that was close. And now it's a 1v1. Has Zaptius just saved it? I was like, look, mate, all you got to do is this. Woo! And all you've got to do is Zaptius is win a 1v2.
Oh my goodness, the cluster nearly connected. The cluster there as he killed him, nearly connected. He finishes with 8 HP. You know what I was talking about? About not having to stim shot? Right there. No hesitation. Get on that defuse, but I think we might be treated to Zaptius' double at the end here.
What a round.
But I'm hoping it shows the... I think it was a cluster. Was it a cluster? Chino gets taken off. He just plants the bomb. Now it's a 1v1. That's the cluster grenade. Watch his health. You ready? He gets the kill. Easy. Boom.
6.
Oh, he did stim shot.
6.
He did. That's why you always stim shot. That's why you always stim shot. I always said it. Always said it.
Oh, the COD gods have smiled upon him today. Round 9.
If you took my advice, you'd be 5-3 down.
I swear, 5. I thought it was going to be 5-3 down anyway. Can't believe you got the kill. Anyway, into the round we go. Frosty up top. And now we're seeing the B adaptation. This is the first time we've seen Midnight go anywhere near B. And they're already in on it. Tommy, cheeky. This is first. Got to retake that site quickly. Well, watch Ice Cream, but look out from behind. It's Royalty. Proto will take him down. 3v1 now. Gonna go for that quick diffuse, but again, Palmer's in a tough position now. There's no way. They can body block him. They can keep the shots coming through. I mean, look, he's a god. But all gods, they bleed, right, Pricey? I don't know. I've got no idea what's going on here. In case you guys are wondering at home, there's a lot of casters here. We're all watching this game because it's a fun one. Champs is nothing short of hysterical so far, friends. We hope to see some of you here on Friday through Sunday, and if not, keep the copy pastas coming in the Twitch chat.
I'm sure Linny won't want that 1v3 round 11 responsibility again. He wants to close this round series out in number 10. He's actually going to be a highlight, the best play here as he does finalize the round himself. Team shot, team effort here on the final kill, of course. And as we change those sides, Tommy rocking that Thermal Paladin. Again, Exceed, 11 kills to his name. He's actually quite close to his specialist, ironically enough.
Now, do we see SICARIO just go back to A? Yeah, just go back to A. Tommy's going to run through mid. I mean, SICARIO's Search and Destroy is very, very predictable. In almost every round, you just have to make sure you outskill them when it counts. Eee! The flinch saves Parasite. Miraculously, though, nobody died in any of those engagements. So now we just reposition, possibly go towards B with that bomb. It seems to be clear, but there are two defenders there. Tommy hoping to find someone here as the rear guard. Is he the rear guard or is he the vanguard? We'll see how that bomb moves. Oh, Parasite! He sticks to his guns and he finds Tommy again. Patience, experience, knowledge. That's exactly what got him the kill there. And what a way to do it. Round 10. Disadvantage now to SICARIO on the offense.
Interesting enough, pushing straight through the middle as well. One player could, of course, peek out the window. Could be very disastrous for them, but it doesn't happen. Linny pushes forward. One player sliding back and forward through the doorway, and now it could be a 2v1. Jumping up top, Exceed looking for his 12th kill. Bear in mind, I think he just saw the foot. The bomb is going down. Bomb has been planted. 25 to 45 seconds on the clock here.
He's got to stay up here. He has to keep this position safe. And Parasite again, he's just the tiniest little pixel. Zaptius finds the kills as well. It's a 4v2. It's a 4v1, boys and girls. And this is round 11, written all over it. Unless Chino, no, okay.
All right. Okay, round 11, here we go. Game 5, SICARIO versus Midnight. I'll say it one last time. Midnight win, they go 2-0, they play 100 Thieves. Midnight lose, they go 1-1, and have a very important game against 100 Thieves for SICARIO. If they bag themselves a win here, they've got Fury waiting for them. They've already played 100 Thieves.
Still have to beat Fury, though.
They do. That COD triangle comes into play. If I can beat Midnight, beat Fury.
If I can beat Fury, never works out, though, does it?
No, never.
Never works out.
Never works. Well, sometimes, but you know. Round 11 miles, here we go. Let's end this series.
With a 50 cal bang, I don't know. Tommy has run a sniper in all 11 rounds so far. Almost getting it, though. We've seen some ridiculous shots in this series so far. It's an A hit. Once again, SICARIO, though, smart enough just to test the waters there in the showers. It was a little too hot for them, so they backed on out. Bomb's going to be going down, and this is it. The last bomb of the series.
40 seconds on the clock here. First blood is crucial. Concussions do connect.
Tommy finds one on the outside with a snipe. No. Exceed once again slips through showers and finds it, and oh, would you know it, friends? It's absolutely pristine.
Hack him! Hack him, Exceed!
Got no idea what's being said behind us, friends, but you can bet it's a lot of fun. What a round from SICARIO.
Someone shouted, "You're my son, Haggy." So I don't know who's the father. Someone is.
Somebody get Maury in here. What a round from SICARIO.
Again, we saw it in the kill feed. It was the quick double at the start. It was 5v5, and then it was Tommy and somebody else. But that sniper, that paladin, of course, you remember it in that kill feed. Congratulations to SICARIO. Again, it makes things very, very interesting. Midnight go up against 100 Thieves as 1-1.
That group's tidy now.
Hard to digest, I know. But yeah, that is interesting. Anything can still happen. Upsets can still happen. Midnight could, beat 100 Thieves. It could go down to everyone's one-on-one. Who knows? Who cares? I care. You care. You better care.
What a great round of Search and Destroy, though.
It's only day 2. We're just kicking it off, right?
I want to bring this one back for a moment. I really enjoyed the way that SICARIO played that. Tommy didn't find any picks from early on with the snipe. On the defense at A, we saw the bomb get planted. There was an exchange of gunfire. SICARIO backed out immediately. They were just like, don't tangle, don't fight them. We'll do it on the retake. We'll, got stuns. Tommy found a snipe on Parasite to open up the round, but they backed on out. They did not overcommit to that. They did not waste any resources whatsoever. They saved everything for the retake, and I love that. I love that. Big fan of their work. Well, friends, we got more COD coming at you this way. Optic versus Carnage will be coming up next here on Bravo, of course, all across every COD channel for running matches so far, friends. You don't want to miss anything, but if you're an Optic fan, and I know you probably are, they're coming up next. Don't go anywhere.